going on, Bigfoot world? We're just gonna wait a couple minutes for everybody to jump on real quick. Tonight we're gonna talk about who knows what we're gonna get into. But I know if it's anything like last week, it's gonna get crazy. What was that? That's your name. Steve Dork. Can everybody hear us pretty good? You're gonna see us looking up there because I got it hooked up to the big screen so I can see the comments. Can we get a thumbs up? I am too. Every couple of steps I'm saying that. That's cool. Hello, kitties. All right, Steelers fan.
We're planning on it.
Yeah. Pretty much, we're going to go live and discuss what we're going to do for the week. But if it's anything like this last week, man, going on, Leonard. Long ways from the UK. We do some crazy stuff.
Are you guys going to another cave overnighter?
You would ask that. You would ask that. We was thinking about it. We was talking about it. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. It's getting the crew together because that's not a good place to be at, and everybody's scared of it. And when I say the cave, I gotta trick everybody and say we're going to one place and get dropped off at the cave type of deal. Because if I say ahead of time we're going to spend the night at the cave, everybody disappear on me. I'm stuck in there by myself. But who is that? If you want to come, you can come and spend the night with us in the cave.
Don't do it.
You see how terrible it is. That's a very bad place. But by now you should have had enough time to check out that third level. Man, that was we really didn't even search the whole thing up there. It was too dark, too black, and we was kind of getting lost in there. The way once it went up there and it started tunneling through, mazing through, it was a nightmare. And then the spiders on top of that, we ain't even going to talk about. We ain't going to talk about them at all. But we're going back this weekend. We're going in the daytime, early in the morning, and search through that whole third layer. That third layer seems like the ground floor. Once you're up there, I never seen so much green vegetation, bushes, trees growing on top of a rock before like that in my life. How it's doing it, I don't know, but it's weird.
It's part of the forest, but it's on top of rock.
On top of rocks. That place scares the life out of me. But the cave is worse. I'd rather deal with that third layer any day than to go back to that cave. But we're going to have to. That's some of the best action we got was in that cave. So we'll probably have to check it before the spring comes, before it's all said and done with. But what Leonard say? Make sure the crackpot. While we're on the subject, Leonard, you guys got to go over and check out. You got to check out Higher Truth. The truth is spelled with a 7. Can you guys see that? It's probably backwards, but Higher Truth. Go over to his channel. He made a couple of videos explaining everything in detail He did a beautiful job, and it's got some humor to it and some seriousness to it. You guys got to check that out. It's he did a great job on it. You guys definitely got to like that. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Rebecca. We're going back Sunday morning, early in Sunday morning, if possible, like right when the sun comes up, and we're going to go through that whole third layer. That what you seen on the last video, that was nothing. We only went maybe 50 feet in, then we had to drop down to that maze, and then I was just lost from there. So we decided to trace our way back through so we can find camp. But we're going back. We're definitely going back Sunday morning, bright and early, and explore that whole entire place while it's daylight. But hey, Jeff, what was on the ground at in the all night cave? You mean the thing with the glowing eyes? As we walked past it, and then it ran up on us. You could hear it in the gravel run up on us, and then just stop right behind me. I think that was the dog, man. Cal Jackson got a great picture of him when it did that to us. If man, that's why we don't want to go back. But that picture is on Into the Woods with Jeff on Facebook. If you want to go over there and check that out, he's in there. There's more than just him, but it's that crazy. That's a crazy place, and it kind of throws us into what I wanted to talk about was the woo factor. Last week I said that I didn't believe in the woo factor, but I think everybody has a different definition of the woo factor, and that's what's throwing everybody off. Some people think that the woo factor means that he can shape shift and he can go invisible and disappear out, and I believe myself in the woo factor as like maybe they're like more like the Indians, their spirits are protecting them. Yeah, that's it. Higher truth. That's perfect. That's it, Rebecca, for sure. But that's my view of the woo is the spirit. Maybe after the Sasquatch pass off, maybe their spirits are looking after them, because in a few deer cams, I got a picture of a Bigfoot a few years ago, and above him was a big face of a Bigfoot, like a spirit face. So maybe their spirits taking care of the tribe. I mean, I don't know, but when it comes to woo, that's how I look at it. Like maybe the spirit realm or something like that. They're connected with. I don't think they can just disappear and transfer it out. But Nick McGay, going on. If you didn't hear me, I'm going to be looking at the big screen a lot. The topic is a little bit everything. I seen that we inherited a new nickname, Spider Man and Spider Woman and the Joker since the third layer. So hey, them spiders freak me out. I don't know why, but at nighttime they jump on you for some reason. They keep doing it. Man, we gotta take a break on the nighttime trips with these spiders because it's all bad. It really is. But TM, when you live that close to Earth, that's what I was saying. No, but when I first had my first sighting, is where did you? That's kind of more into the woo factor. Like when I had my first sighting and I seen him that night, I had a dream of him. Probably because I was thinking so much about it. But it's like I had an out of body experience with him. They took me off and showed me the trap, and I was stuck on him ever since. It's like I can't walk away from him now that happened. But only one dream. They are good luck. Good. What you saying? Good luck. I don't know if they're good luck or not, but I think I got a feeling if we jump down in one of them holes and they're sitting in there, we're gonna have some bad luck. But we're going to put it on the third layer Sunday. Yeah, the light. What's he talking about? You mean the light shining on you? They always use that as a defense. They're always be facing the sun. Like when you barely can see one, he'll always be using that sun to his advantage. It's like they know that you can't see in that sun, that bright sun. You can't face that sun. Spiders. We ain't gonna talk about them spiders. And then he keeps sending me shit on Facebook to talk about the spider that can jump 6 feet and is coming our way. Pretty soon, we're gonna have to hire somebody else to go to the woods for me to keep this shit up. Keep getting these new species around here. But definitely, guys, you gotta definitely check out Higher Truth. He made a video. It's crazy. It's perfect. System of down. That is best stuff. But man, what do you want to talk about for this weekend? What do you think we should try with that third layer when we get up there? I mean, other than go through and explore, it seemed like once we went down in that first part, that like the first drop in, when you go to the right, it's all barricade. There's like 3-4 different barricades going throughout that right section. I think if we cross over that first one and come out around and drop down in, we're gonna find something there that's interesting. The wood spiders. I know. I learned that with Deb. I went to shine on one and jumped on me. Didn't see that. And then on the third, we went up to the third level. They was jumping on us. Father like son. You see Mike on there jumping, screaming. It was all bad. It seemed like they leave Fred alone. I sent Fred through there first, thinking he's gonna wipe out all the cobwebs. They wait for me to walk through and then jump on me. You think they jump on the big guy first? It gets crazy. Yeah, we're going to the third layer in the daytime. We're going Sunday morning and check that out. We're going to go all the way through it entirely. The whole left side, the whole right side. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of area to cover, but I think if we get up in there early in the morning, we're going to find some crazy. Yeah, we're taking more apples there. You probably didn't see that yet, but I left a bunch of a big bag of apples up there for them at the campsite. I left apples. I left some Ritz crackers. I left them pretzels, water. I left them a few different things up there. So we'll see what happens when we go Sunday if they mess with it. These spiders can smell you. They can hear me screaming. They ain't even gotta smell my fear. This shit, I can't. I ain't got no explanation for it. I'm scared to death of them, and they definitely know it. They can definitely see it for sure. If they can't see it, somehow they know, without a doubt. No, it's not just a bug, Sasquatch. It's an 8-legged bug that can put you in a hospital for a while. Man, some of them spiders bite you, leave eggs underneath your skin. Oh man, just keep them things. Them things are like aliens and shit from outer space. You gotta watch them things. I never seen something so small can be so deadly. Camp on the third. I tried to tell him. I told him that. I swear. I told him we're gonna pitch a tent on the third floor, but it's just gonna be me and him. We're gonna leave Mike at home. Speaking of Mike, he probably grounded for a while from being on the video. So Money Mike, if you don't see him for a couple of weeks, you know why. And Mike, if you're watching right now, you know why. He don't even gotta come in on here. But before I get ahead, I want to thank Bruce Willis. He donated $200 to the team. He helped us out more than a little bit. And Moose Scott Malika, aka Moose, you need to stop donating because, hey man, you help too much. You already help too much. But on with the regular scheduled program. Chrissy, we can take Chrissy, but we gotta leave Mike at home. Mike's grounded from the video. He'd be Mike probably try to fight me on that one. He would definitely fight me. Yeah, she's already talking about this weekend. She wants to come back out there as if we're spending the night. I told her I'm still recuperating from last weekend. That ground is so hard on the body, man. But we're gonna go back. We're definitely going back. Not for an overnighter this week. This week's just going in the daytime, and we're going to explore that whole third layer and see what's going on in the daytime where we can see what's going on. Since they're pretty much nighttime animals, they'll probably be going up in there to lay around in the daytime, so we'll probably have better chances at just me and Fred going up in there and seeing what happens. Thanks to Moose, Gene, aka Gene, he give us an action camera that I can strap to my head or strap to my back or whatever. So if Fred can have a camera, we could both be filming going in there. So that'd be cool. Nick says I was talking to. Yeah, I like to sit down and have a chat with him. Any elder, any because you can learn a lot from them, especially when it comes to Sasquatch. They know more than what you could ever imagine. You can actually learn a lot from your Indian elders. But what she said, you can encounter more. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I just said. I didn't even have to finish reading Nick. I already knew. But I'd love to sit down and talk to him for a little while. What is it? Telling about the forest, the cave Fred found. The cave? We're not going back to the cave yet. I'm trying to put that. I got a lot on a lot to do, and that cave.
That one cave, a big hole. The caves in. It's like a 50-foot drop.
Easy 50-foot drop going down in there to get into that cave. But before we hit winter, we'll go back to the cave. But right now, I want to go back to the third layer. We still got to go to Sheila's world. We got to set that up with her. Hey, I lost like 40 minutes of footage because of Mike putting that camera in his pocket. We're not going to get into the BFRO reports. We're not going to get into BFRO or the WBFRO, any association. We're going to leave them out. Yeah, Money Mike. He knows it's Friday Night Live. We're going to go Friday Night Live from now on. Every Friday, 7 o'clock. Try to make it 7 o'clock where it'd be easier for everybody. Hopefully everybody ain't at work. And we can just sit down, BS, get to know everybody. It seemed like these past 3 or 4 years, we've been more out in the field, running, doing our own thing, putting videos up, and a lot less with answering comments, more hands-on with you guys. So we decided to have a little change, sit down, and get to know everybody. I mean, it's hard to answer thousands of comments, but I'll at least heart them and answer like the ones that need to be answered, 98% of them. But you guys should start tiring. Yeah, they like the cinnamon. Mike's been picking. You'll see that on the next video. The whole way through the forest, I've been picking up cinnamon candy. What I'm going to have to do is open the bag up and take them out the individual wraps and put them back in the bag and roll it up and leave it there because they're starting to leave a mess through the forest. They was playing tricks. That's what I want to talk about. These tricksters, man. These guys was playing tricks with us all night, Friday night. And it seemed like they was aiming it at me. I don't know if it was the white shirt. I'm not just saying this. But all the...
They try to put them on the huge alpha use them.
The Trident. Yeah, we seen it was. We didn't get to that yet. But what was I saying about the third layer? I'm gonna or show all of them. But I say the same thing about that cave. I really do. It's gotta it's that cave's all bad, man. Hey, you're not doing this on my live stream. Go play, guys. You're not doing that on my live stream either, Ted. I'm getting attacked by my own Pomeranian guys on live, so it gets bad at home. It gets bad in the forest, and I come home and I get attacked by my dogs at home. So I can't win. But what was I talking about? That the tricksters, the tricks they was playing on a Saturday, and I said there was. It seemed like it was directed at me most of the time because I don't know if it was my white shirt, but he had a bright orange shirt. You think they'd be directed at him? They seemed like because at one time the first rock I was walking ahead of the group. I had a camera and a rock came from behind them and landed in between us, a big boulder. The second time me and him was setting the camp. Well, we was all setting the camp, and me and Fred was sitting side by side, and I had a little piece of wood about an inch and a half long, like threw right on and hit me in the lap. I took off running across screaming because I was watching everybody's in front of me. I knew nobody, and whatever threw that rock was real close. It's freaky. I did catch eye shine though. It was a green eye shine kept poking out behind the log. I shined the light on it the whole time, and then as soon as I turned the camera on and started walking toward it, it disappeared. It was completely gone. Did. But another trick they was playing, where I set the apples at, there was a brown cup, the coffee cup sitting on that log that you guys seen. It tore the next morning, it tore through the night while we was there. Didn't touch the apples, but the cup, they tore the paper off the cup and folded the paper up and stuck it under a log. That's how tricky it was. But another trick, we had a plastic bag. You'll see, guys, take notice in the last video, in the third layer, you'll see Mike tie that plastic bag up twice. He tied it in 2 knots, and then he set it down beside the tree. The next morning when we woke up, that plastic bag was picked on tied. There was no tears in it or nothing. It just untied that bag. It's amazing. That if you didn't see it yet, guys, that's the next video coming up. You'll see it by morning. But what else did I miss up here? Yeah, they know it's pretty good. They know it's all pretty good, and that's just it. We've been going to that spot for that's like our main. Well, not that side, but the other side of the mountain is our main spot, and it's the same tribe. They traveled through both sides of that mountain. We've been playing with them for 4 years, and they're used to seeing us. They're used to being around us. And it seemed like lately they just been playing tricks on us. They've been doing little things to just say, hey, I'm here, but make you second guess what just happened type of shit. But they're definitely interacting. These past 3 weeks has been amazing. And that's keeps us going back. We've been getting so much activity at this spot. But before I get into that, before I get sidetracked, I went back this week. I went back to the old videos where we had Bigfoot in the snow, and that's the same pathway that led us right back to that third layer. It goes up to the second layer. We followed that back. We was only back in there one time before, and that's when we found the Bigfoot track on that side of the mountain. And later on, like a couple weeks ago, I decided to take a trip back up through there and see what we found because of them tracks in the snow. And that's when we found the Big Den, crazy Pomeranian. I can't, but these things are tricksters. They've been doing it. It's tearing me up. My dog, he thinks he's a Rottweiler, and I take him with me. Anything with a little raccoon would tear him up. A baby raccoon, He's just a Pomeranian, but he thinks he's a Rottweiler. I didn't even want to upload that up, guys. With that spider freaked me out. But I got to.
Yeah. Buckles your back wings.
Did you notice the lines in the
When we drop that in there?
Yeah. And it seems, now that you said that, it seemed like when we camp over on the other side of the mountain, like down in the wallow by the Bigfoot in the hole, we camped down there. I slept on a rock without a tent. Me and Fred, it was snowing, it held that night, and we slept on that rock, and my body didn't hurt nowhere half as bad as it did on the other. It seems like your body's just so much heavier, like I can't explain it. Like the gravity's a lot heavier over there. It's definitely a different feeling over on that. It's a different environment, different feeling. It's two worlds, and it's only a mile apart from each other. But what Rhonda say, and the X's and the structures.
Each other.
Yeah, they pretty much are. I learned that from Rio, following the leans and the X's, the boundary lines. And the leans will lead you to water, the bends, they'll lead you to pretty much where they go, their whole route. Once you learn to follow the leans, you'll find them pretty much every single time. What is it? Those rocks aren't what we. Them rocks are old. And we was up on the third layer, and it seemed like they was carved out like a foundation. We was good 30, 40 feet up in the air. How did the crevices get carved out? Guys, when I go back in the daytime, take a look at like it's like ancient ruins, like some old ancient Inca type ruins. It's amazing up there, but frightening at the same time. They definitely are ancient grounds, and that's probably why there's state game land. It's Area 51. The ribbons, I think we talked about them ribbons last week, Patty. The blue ribbons, I looked up, they meant free to take deadwood. I seen pink ribbons, I seen another color out there, I have no idea. But they're mainly on the bends, the arches, and they're on the Bigfoot structures. I seen them on live trees, but if you look it up, it says dead free wood, dead wood, free dead wood, or whatever. If you look it up on the state game lands law or the rules manual, whatever it's called. Do I think we got a white one? We definitely got a white one. We seen him with Deb. Deb was back talking to a tree, talking to it. Or no, she talking to a tree stump, and we was walking back over toward the rock face, over to the next rock face to show her how it mazed through. And when we faced over that way, it stood up and blurred across the top of that rock face, jumped over another rock like 20 feet over, and ran down and then hollered at us and started throwing rocks at us. It was the best way to put that. It was like super unearthly speed. This thing moved like no animal, no human, no machine could blur across that rock that fast. It was like crazy. It blew my mind the speed that thing blurred like that across there. It was a blur. We was looking right at it. We watched it get up and blur across there from a set down and went to a blur. I have some photos of shit. David Schultz, yeah. We were supposed to go check you out. I think that cave then. We were supposed to go. I think you're in Tennessee, ain't it? We're supposed to take a trip to Tennessee. Sandra, have you ever searched that area? Yeah, I did, and it kind of gives up the area. If I did, that's why I held back on it. But at the same time, that it's a vast. I think it's like 51,000 acres, so you'll never find that spot. But the history on it is Betty Knox. If you want to look up Betty Knox, the story of Betty Knox, and I can confirm, my whole team can confirm that to this day Betty Knox is still in them woods, without a doubt. We were sitting, me and Fred were sitting on the bank. Yeah, yeah, we did get a picture of the white one. We got a few pictures of the white one, but they're coming up later. Scott Malika, he did a great job on ciphering. We got a picture of the white one from the second layer, the video of the second layer.
Armchair researcher.
What?
Armchair researcher.
Pretty much. That's us, lazy. Yeah, he definitely did. He did a great job on that. He still listen. This last weekend, he got a lot of great stills off of these videos that's coming up. There's 2 more videos that I got to upload to finish off the rest of the night that we had, and then I'll upload all them stills, and then by then I'll be starting on the full third layer, because that's what Sunday's going to be about. We're just going to concentrate on up here on top on the third layer, explore the whole entire thing.
James Bond's special travel. Some people say that.
What's that?
Of that trident, some people come on that trident.
That trident, I got pictures of it. It's I forget his name. One of the viewers said that that's the alpha male. He carries them around. I don't know about it, but it was definitely a trident, without a doubt. It was up there. I try not to think too much into it because I'm easily with the spiders and everything else going on, and the rocks that was being thrown. So I try to think of other things to keep my mind off of running. When stuff starts going down, I'm thinking about playing baseball or throwing a football, or just something to keep my mind from what's really going on around me, or I've been ran a million times before. He's a for a weapon. Yeah. It looks like a weapon when you see it, especially that when you hold it. Yeah, that's another thing. Watch where we piss. We do kind of get careless with it, and I'm glad you brought that to our attention. We do walk in, and it seemed like as soon as we get back to that spot, we always go our own separate ways and mark our. It's like a male thing. It's like an urge. We gotta piss as soon as we get there. It's like we can smell them, and our inner male in us makes us have to piss, and it probably does. And I'm surprised we didn't get thrown off that rock yet. Because the whole time we're walking on the second layer, we can hear him up there on the third layer. That's why it took me so long to even get up to the. If it wasn't for Fred, hey, I think we should go. Because if you notice, I was trying to walk away from going up there. Fred keeps saying, I think we should get up there. And we ended up getting up there. But I'm glad that we did. There's a lot of stuff up there that it blew my mind. But you get a lot of rods in that area. I haven't seen none on my videos, but I have seen them, like on other videos. I know what you're talking about, and that's something new. I don't know what the hell them rods are. They're all sizes, and when they spiral across the screen, I think I did get one time in the nighttime at Mike's old spot. I don't know what them rod things are, but they're weird. I've seen them before. Everything's been okay with the activity. It's more tricks. They're playing tricks on us. They ain't trying to jack us up or nothing. They hide, and it's like a hide and seek, and then they'll run out and change something like the Mountain Dew bottle. The 1 second we go for a walk, The Mountain Dew bottle is behind the cooler. When we come back, it's gone. We rearrange everything. The Mountain Dew is completely gone. We go for a walk for about an hour, come back, and the Mountain Dew back where she left it, behind the cooler. And we just moved all that. We moved everything, and it was gone. And then when we came back, it was there. They're tricksters. They've been playing tricks on us. So we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to play some tricks back with them. With that camera I have, I'm going to flip the screen around and hope that he pulls that green finger in and facing the wrong direction. But we're going to try that this weekend too. Leave the camera off by itself while we're up on the third layer. Hoping they're down on the first layer, walking back and forth, watching us. Or jumping spiders. No, they're not spiders. I don't know what the hell them rods are, but I've seen them before. I don't think they have anything to do with spiders, and I'm not going to feed into that, because I got to go back out there. That third layer is full of spiders. It's thousands and thousands of brown recluse spiders. I seen a spider that I never seen before up there. It's probably a rare spider. The one researcher goes out and hangs out around for long. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I'll take my quad out there and set for a while, not even film, just to see what they do around me. And you get more activity without a camera, far more activity without a camera when you go out there. Believe me. They know. They know about that. Yeah, I don't know if they're sending out like a dog whistle. When you blow it, you can't hear it, but that dog's going crazy. And I think they throw off some kind of signal that they can pick up on. They can hear it. They don't work. Some people can make them work. I made them work. I tricked him in his ex's camping spot. I tricked him once with one. But they never seen humans before, not alone any kind of camera. I think that's the only time that I've ever tricked one with their camera. They're not good for Bigfoot at all. Hey, that means a lot.
Actually try drones.
We have some drones. We just have to hire somebody to fly the damn thing. Because we can barely drive now, let fly. I ain't never drove one of them things before in my life. I got two of them back there. I got a little one and a great big one that I can hook my phone up to, but I can't use something I don't know how to. I can't fly. They push trees over, yeah. They pushed trees over. What we get one last week? Or no, when me and Dad was standing there talking to a stump, a tree got pushed over. They back up a camp. We working our way back up behind them, and Deb stopped to talk to the stump, and a tree about 20 yards up ahead was pushed over. A big one, right over at us. We had a lot of trees push over at us actually, at least 4 or 5 of them so far. But yeah, cats are wicked too. And we got mountain cats up there. They make sounds that will scare you. That brings me back to Betty Knox. I got sidetracked looking at the comments. Look at Betty Knox when you get a chance. The story of Betty Knox. She's real quick rundown of her. She was back from the 1800s, and her dad used to deliver goods with an ox. He loaded all of his goods up on an ox and carried it up over to the other side of the mountain to trade the goods at a powder mill. That local powder mill is shut down now. So
he's little more drum hot himself.
in between her route, well, I guess her dad died, and then so many years later, she kept doing it. She kept running the goods back from one mountain to the other side, and she ended up coming up missing. And it says the detectives thinks that the guys from the powder mill took her off into the woods and raped her. They searched the whole entire woods, and they never found her. They went back and searched it again, and then we're in the area that they already searched. They found her ox tied to a tree, and me and Fred were sitting down on the ravine, and right there behind us, we heard the chains rattle, and it like scared us stiff there. So close behind us, I was scared to turn around and see what it was. And just last weekend with Chrissy started crying because it was chains rattling all around, like outside of our light. You can hear the chains. It sounded like a dog running loose through the woods, is what it sounded like. But it's chains rattling the whole way around us. It's spooky as hell. It freaks you out. It gives me goosebumps, guys, just telling you guys about it. It's there's some shit going on in that forest, more than just Sasquatch. It's them chains freak me out, man. I heard them like 3 or 4 times in our overnights out in that area, and it's Betty Knox. It's her, or if it ain't her, it's her ox with them chains rattling. It's all bad. It's scary because I know what it is, and my uncle Joe. That's why he refuses. Jerry, if you're watching, you can comment. That's why he refuses to go spend the night with us in Betty Knox, because it's just like the Legend of Blair Witch. How that town has that, they don't go into them woods. They stay away from it. My uncle's the same exact way.
He Kelly says they put search of Dumbwater and Dan on Hawkins.
Yeah, but it's not Dumbwater. It's not. You're close. You're in the area. You're in the neck of the woods. So you must have found Betty Knox. It's terrifying up there. And then knowing that on your head of the story of her, and then go out there and experience it for yourself. The very first night we stayed out there, the very first night we heard record player music. It was like 2:30, between 2:30 and 4 in the morning. Record player music, old-fashioned antique record player music, started playing. That for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long off in a distance. You could yeah, like the 30s music, like the music you just don't hear no more. You can't even Google this shit no more. So, but that's some freaky shit. Man, it's weird. You got a haunted asylum with big. I don't get into the ghost shit. Everybody was talking about I got another channel and they want me to start going to different haunted, because there's so many different haunted attractions in Pennsylvania. Thousands. It's one of the oldest states here, and it's Transylvania. I mean, there's just so many places that's just crazy. Somebody need to throw my dog off, but there's so many haunted places. I'm just scared of ghosts. After playing in that cave and all the shit that was happening in the cave, why would I want to go in the building to just look for them? I'm asking to get my ass whooped. I'd rather look for Bigfoot. But maybe later on. Let me keep doing what I'm doing with this Bigfoot thing in the nighttime and get used to being around the spirit world. Then maybe later on we can get into that. But for right now, I'm trying to battle with spiders. What's Scotty say?
There might also be circulation, campaign. I don't trust any credits.
The 411 missing. I don't know. I can't say yeah and I can't say no. I can't say that I've only had one bad encounter with them out of all the 4 years, 5 years, wherever we playing with them. I only had one encounter where they tried to split me and Mike up, and one or two of them came down and tried to take Mike off me. But when I ran back, he cut to the left. He walked off. What is it?
Scotty said he becomes a 12-year-old girl around spiders.
Man, I'm a baby around spiders. I'm a little girl. I scream. I cry. I jump on Fred's back. Shit, man. When it comes to spiders, I'd rather beat up a Bigfoot than beat up a spider. I know I'm getting my ass whooped at least, but with a spider, you're dead. You can't. You probably with a Bigfoot, I'm dead too. But maybe she needs help. Call the Dead Files. Now that would be a great watch. I don't know if she needs it. She's there, and anybody that goes out there all night, guaranteed, every night we ever went out there, we heard something. one thing or another that got to do with the paranormal. Something happened that you just won't. You'll hear it, and how is that possible in the forest? It gets crazy out there. That's what I was thinking. Um, Shapeshifters trying to give me Sasquatch a bad name. Any, I don't know. If is there any missing people? I can't answer that. I have no idea. And if you try to look or Google something, you can't get no information like that. How would you even begin to find out? Because quick as something like that happens, and they can't find a trace of the body, they're not going. You're not going to find a trace of the story. Believe that. So if it is going on, you'll never find out how or why or who.
He says he likes watching stuff.
Everything goes on around us. It's nuts. This place is nuts. It's one of the oldest forests in the state or in United States, and it's Pennsylvania is nuts.
Cuba can also happen to carry this not like the 90s populations.
Is it?
Cuba, Campbell.
With the shit. No. She's seen the videos. she won't go. Carrie's done with it. She's seen the videos and she knows just the things that I tell her that goes on. She don't want no parts of that. I mean, and then the bluff charge that she'll be out there in the daytime, but the nighttime, that's just gonna be for us. A lot of different Bigfoot in Pennsylvania. Yeah, there's some ugly ones, but I chalk that up to like inbreeding or something in the tribe because there's some of them pictures Scott been coming up with thing with the ears. I never seen no shit like that before in my life, and I've been going out there for I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of creatures them are. I don't even know if they're Bigfoot, but there's something different. There's something weird. They're out there. Fred, buried in a damn hole. If you notice in the beginning of the third layer, when we was on the second layer looking up at the third layer, I said, come on, the rock came thrown at us. I said, come on, let's get away from it. Because it was trying to deter us away from going up there. It was throwing rocks from behind us. Fred, I think we should go up there. No, let's go get away from it. Oh, let's check it out. And then there we go. We're out there on top of the third layer. Next thing I know, I'm cool with it now that I've been up there. The natives know a lot more than you could imagine. The elders, they passed. See, I got Indian in my family, and I got an elder in my family, and they go to powwows in Oklahoma every year, and just experience a powwow. You'll be it humbles you so much, and you learn so much all in one weekend. Believe me, they got a lot to share. They got a lot you can learn from them, and that's one thing I advise. If you got a chance to sit down and talk to elder, that's your roots. That's know where you came from because they can teach you a lot. I had some mess with me while hiking in the woods. It pulled me up on my backpack and opened the zipper. Everything fell out. And you didn't pass out? I just shit myself, been out cold. Fred had been dragging me out the woods and something grabbed me up by my backpack. Shit. I probably still wouldn't be going back to the woods. But you're half nice wolf. You're half Cherokee Indian. So you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the elders. You can learn so much. Nick's lucky. Her grandfather's an elder. He's pretty smart with it. He knows she's learned a lot from him. I'm learning a lot from her, so I know what he has to offer. I can only imagine. I lost the live stream. I was really freaked out, but it was pretty shit. How can you laugh at that? If something snatched me up by my book bag, and I know a 15-foot Bigfoot just did it, I got something running down my leg, and I'm out cold. I'll be passed out. My last trip, that'd probably be my last video too. You'll find me on Lost Tapes. There are a few planes here. That's what I ain't figured out yet. If how do they like intermingle with other tribes? Maybe one certain time of year, do they all have a shindig meet up in one spot and trade their girls for this? Or that's what I'd love to find out. One of these days, that's what we're here for. We're going to find out. And the only way to find out is get up in their house and go to sleep with them, find out. Wake up, see how you wake up. Right. I definitely would have too, without a doubt. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, we're going back to the cave. Who said that? I need in that cave. Yeah, yeah. Before this winter comes, we're gonna check it out. In the daytime, we're not spending the night in it. Broad daylight, in the dead in the afternoon, when everything's sleeping, the spirits, everything's at rest, whatever. We're gonna go in and shine a light around for a little bit and check it out and run the hell up out of there. Them freaking bats. I know you remember the bats. I ain't forget them. They're still in there. I would love to one day, their ancient stuff down there. That's up on the third layer, the ruins you're talking about. That's where we're going this weekend. We're going back to the third layer. And we only went in a couple of feet. It might have seemed like we went in a long ways at nighttime in the video, but in reality, we only went in maybe 50 feet, 60 feet. We're going to try at least one more time. We got a lot of activity of Bigfoot there, but at the same time, we got a lot of paranormal bad shit follow us out of there too. So we want to leave that shit where it's at. I mean, we had bad enough luck. I'm not going to lie, but without you guys' help with the donations and everything, Jim's the one keeping the trips, keeping us going up there. Jim's was helping us get up there. Actually, without Jim's, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So we're like a team. You're in it with us. It takes us all to get it done, and we do the legwork. You guys help us out. But you said that nice wolf. I'd love to come join y'all guys. Yeah, but like I said in last week's video, we're gonna do a little. I don't mind taking somebody out there, but we're gonna have to sit down on live stream or video chat and conversate bullshit, so I can see where your mind's at before we go back to the woods with another. You know what I'm saying. I can't do another dab. But what happens when you went up on the third layer? Did they? No, it was good. Yeah, they was out behind us. They somehow got out behind us. They could start throwing rocks behind us when we was up in the third layer. But at one point, down in the hole where the barricade was, I thought I seen a face, eyes. I couldn't make it out. I tried to narrow the light in on it. I couldn't really see it, so I chalked it up to it was just more bushes. But other than that, we won't know what's really up there until when we go back Sunday in the daytime, because nighttime just didn't do no justice on that place. that place is like one giant, on that third layer is one giant nest. It's all intertwined, bushes, interweave. It's crazy. It's like, and the holes are like all barricaded in. There's a baby, they couldn't get out, back and forth. They had like someone said, it was a baby pen or play pen or something like that to keep something down in there where it. When I go back, we'll talk about that a little bit more so I can show you and explain to you where there's footprints going all through that down in them little maze area. You don't take no title, Debbie. Oh, no, little Debbie's. Hey, check out Higher Seven, Higher Truth. The truth is spelled with a 7, T-R-7-R-U-T-H. Check that channel out, and that's why we're gonna wait. We don't mind taking somebody out there with us. You're down to earth. Just be down to earth like we are. We're down to earth. Old heads, old stoners, just out in the woods, running around, doing our thing. As long as you're on that level, hey, you're more than welcome to come out to the woods and experience what we experience. Because the camera does nothing, no justice on like the energy that we feel, the stuff we hear. Mental witch.
On says she wrote me witch.
I get a comment on that. Rhonda and James is look at his videos. He covered it very well. He did a wonderful job, great job. Man, he deserved a Grammy for that video. It was perfect, well constructed, well put together. I heard truth, but I'll check it out. Yeah, he just released a video a couple days about it. Check him out for sure. Give him a thumbs up. Whatever, just check him out because that's a good video. It's worth looking at. It got a little humor and a little seriousness, and it explains what I can't. So she needs more than help. Rehab. Let's try rehab. Go squatching with Jimmy Amy. As long as they're down to earth. I don't think I know Jimmy Amy. Like Rick, where you at, Rick? You on here? Woodburger Farm. I'm surprised he ain't on here. Hey, I'm waiting for him to come out. Mark, Colorado Bigfoot. Me, Mark, and Rio are supposed to meet up this summer out in Colorado and do a collab with each other. All of us out there. Rio quit. And that fell through. Do you remember when you were a little kid, your mom told you to be in after dark? And the booger man will get you. That's where that originated from, down Tennessee. That came from Tennessee. Get in the house, a booger man gonna get you. They're talking about the Bigfoot out in the woods after the lights out. They made sure their asses was in the house, doors locked before sundown. I don't think Bigfoot likes you. Hey, when Deb was there, we had an open sighting. Like, these things are tricksters. They know when we're coming 5 miles before we get there. And to see a big white Bigfoot jump up in front of us out in the open like that and blur across that rock was amazing. And they did it when Deb was there. I never ever seen a white Bigfoot in my life until that day Deb was there. So maybe she is a witch and she can talk to him. Maybe she did burn him out. I ain't got no explanation, but I could just say that we did have a sighting wide in the open across that rock while she was there. So you take it how you want to take it. You want Sasquatch and Mega on the anybody like that. Anybody that's serious about what we basically, because she pretty much came out And I ended up having a babysitter most of the time, and we didn't actually look at nothing but rocks. So if you want to come out and go look for Bigfoot with us, let's look for the real Bigfoot. That's where I'm at with it. Good or bad, but again, you can experience what we experience. It's hard. I can't explain. There's nowhere near I can explain what we experience out there. You have to be there. You have to see it. You have to hear it. As soon as we get in the tents, the one we had, no, it was like right behind Mike's head. They put the two fingers in the tent and started going like that. We freaked. And we didn't end up getting none of that on film because the camera was outside the tent and then it was right there. It had us. It's like it was trying to do this to get us to run out the tent so I could smack us upside the head. So I turned off the lantern and told everybody, just be quiet, don't move, just don't say nothing. Mike's trying to turn the light back on. I'll smack him upside the head. It was bad that night. I'm trying to get Fred to get the camera. No, you get that shit. I ain't going out there. But it was bad. They come up when we go inside and somebody starts snoring. They start messing around the tent. They'll try throwing sticks first, and then they'll come up. You'll hear them walking in the leaves around the tent. You can't experience that on film because half the time the cameras don't even pick the shit up. You actually have to be there to hear and feel and sense what we go through. Yeah. I done research on juveniles in our parks, by the way, guys. You have no idea how many Bigfoot is out there. A little bit. People think there's just one and two, little four in this area, and 2 or 3 or 4 in it. There's 50, 60, 100 in this area. Go over on this side of the mountain, there's a couple hundred. They're running in tribes like that. We had at least 10 last weekend, at least 10 around us, at least. The sounds, there was the chattering and shit, there was at least 10, at least. Probably a whole lot more that we didn't hear. If we heard 10, I can only imagine what else is out there. They try counting coup. Yeah, ain't that where they play tag? The old Indians used to do that. They'll run up to the worst enemy and touch them and run off, see how close they get to the enemy. Yeah, they're harder than smart. Well, let's put it this way, they're smarter than us. They can survive in the woods without clothes, butt-ass naked. They're not starving. They know what's tree to eat, what's good for them, what's not good for them. Take anyone, and in today's society, in today's world, take the average person and throw him out in the woods and see how long he lasts out there before he dehydrated or starving or cold. He done froze to death. So on any aspect, they know how to survive. They definitely belong here. We got to work to be here. We got to struggle. We got to build shelters, build heaters, air conditioners. I think they belong here. We don't. Yeah, Florida does have crazy Bigfoot. They're a lot smarter. Yeah. You think there's that many, James? Hey, I can't say there ain't. There is a lot of them. I can't say that there's a lot. Man, there's a lot out there. You found them in so many places. Yeah. Just about every forest that you put in your mind, if you go there, you'll find some kind of structure, some kind of lean, some kind of X, some kind of structure that will take you on the path to where they're at. The smartest animals avoid humans. Yeah, but the smarter ones play tricks on the humans. They out trick us every time. They can invade us. So I don't know about that. Do you know if there's any Bigfoots here in Georgia? I don't know. I've never been to Georgia. I couldn't tell you. Probably if you have mountain regions, I'm sure they're in all 50 states, 54, 52, whatever. I lost the chat. There you guys are. Bree, how come no one has ever 100% ever confirmed they're out there? My personal opinion, why? I don't know. I mean, anybody who gets up and goes to the woods can confirm that they're out there. Basically, the ones that are on the couch setting are the ones that are saying that Bigfoot ain't real, it's just your imagination, and they'll argue with you. They'll even try to fight you. But get up and go to the woods, any forest along the mountainside, and take a walk across the mountain crest of it. And by the time you finish that mountain crest, you'll believe in something. Skunk monkeys, yeah. I heard that before. Florida is known for them. They stink too. They smell a lot worse than ours. I smelled these ones a lot. They smell like bad piss, like somebody pissed herself and just sat in it for a couple weeks. And rotten flesh. It's like 5 different smells in one. And it smacks you right in the face when you walk into that smell. You definitely know when they're around. That smell scare you alone. I get very bad vibes. Red-eye ones. I've never seen the red-eye ones. I've seen yellow eye shine, and I've seen green eye shine up high. But red eyes, I don't think I do want to see them. I'll find my way out in the dark if I see some red eyes out there. That's some devil shit there. The taste of death on your tongue for a while. Right. That's the best way to put it. That well put, James. Well put. Yeah, I think they do too. Back on the flat lands in the Midwest has fewer sightings. They definitely do. Like around Oklahoma, Kansas City, all them, the flat lands where they have tornadoes and shit, I think slim to none. It's mainly around the Appalachian Rocky Mountains. This whole Pennsylvania is not but mountains. This place is plagued with them more than a little bit. You think we're plagued with bears? We're plagued with Sasquatch. It is. At first, it was scary and frightening, but it's like the more you go into that same spot, and messing with the same ones, it becomes a game, more like hide and seek with them. Because you know they're there, they'll make sounds, they'll let you know they're there. They'll knock on trees when you first get there to let everybody know that they're coming. They just little things, like with the coffee cup lately, they've been moving my coffee. I forgot my coffee cup the one time where where they dumped all that garbage, and they've been taking that coffee cup from there all the way back to where we camp, and they just moving it around. And that's why I left that coffee cup there, because they keep moving it on me, and they're leaving the coffee still in it. So that's just one thing that I've been messing with them with, is that cup. They keep moving it around, and I can only imagine where it's going to be when we go back Sunday. They just keep jumping all around with that cup. This time we left it right beside where we left the apples and stuff. Sure was. I've been working with a couple who used to work with apes in Africa. They said they came across 11 types of hairy men in the forest. Yeah, but it could also be, you don't know what they really are. You got to experience it. You got to see them, because I was just watching the other day. They got them wild men that were some of the Indian tribes will send one male out. He got to live off in the woods by himself for 10 years, and he becomes a wild person. And maybe it's one of them. I forget the name of the tribe. But Bigfoot probably saying, why they got to call me Bigfoot? He right. Ron is crazy. What's going on, Sergio? Sasquatch Omega. Yeah, you ever come to fears? It's just the more you play with them, the less scared you're gonna be of them. But stuff still happens that terrifies me. It scares the living shit out of you. Man, it's just no explaining them the activity with them guys because it's always different every time. Every time we go out there, it's never the same. They change it up on me too much to come up with one pad, one. It's never the same. They always throw another curveball at me when I think I got them figured out. They got something else figured out for me. So they stay a couple steps ahead of us. They put their dog, man. Yeah, yeah, you're right. There definitely is different types because I've seen different types myself. The whole team seen different species. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about them. Damn spiders, Sasquatch, Omega. I already got the name Spider-Man. They come down to the beaches. If they down on the beaches, down to get water and mussels and stuff like that, that would be a good place to put a deer cam down into the sand and pile rocks up around it. I would try that around the beaches. If they're sand like that and they come down like up from the water, plant it in where they're gonna come down and good for the mussels. You might catch them slipping up like that. What do you think of the news article in 2017, the primate arm found? I seen that. If they did, you're not gonna ever see it. You're not gonna ever see it. It's already buried somewhere. I believe it would take 8 to 10 human heads. Yeah, I know. They get big. They get bigger than when you see them. It's different because they're all sizes. I can't say I've seen a million of them, but I've seen a few, and they was all different. At least I seen at least five, and they was all each and every one was different. Like we're all different. Yeah, yeah. The clams, crab, and kelp. They definitely that's what they're going for, and when you catch them hungry, you'll catch them slipping. So I put a little, even if you got to lay it down and they step over it, but pile some rocks up, try to stand it up where it's facing the wood line where they're coming out of, and see if you can catch them slipping that way. Even leave at rocks where they got to come to the rocks. Yeah, they will make a man out of you. Make you a brick. Any Bigfoot? Yeah. We didn't smell it until we was getting ready to come back down off of the third level. When we came down to the second level, that's when we smelled him. We smelled him down on the second level. We smelled him bad. That's why we was all up into that rock face till we all got down there. And then we all went out at the same time because we smelled him pretty bad. They was down there on that second level when we came back out. I don't know who created them. The sad thing is for it to be believed in someone either catching or killing one. I don't think that should be. They have them. The government has them. They know about them. people in Australia. I talked to people, different researchers from everywhere, from the UK online, and I hear some of the same stories that I'm not going to really go into because I like to keep my channel for a little while. But they know. Any Bigfoot? No, already I read that. Don't think that should be done. No, it shouldn't be done. But and if someone like us would try to go out and shoot one, I think that's when the 401 shit would kick in because they're not going to let you take that body out of there. If you do actually get a chance to shoot one, you're not going to walk out to tell about it. For one, they're going to get revenge for what you just did, and they're not going to let you take that body anywhere. It's not going to happen. So, for one of us, it's just we would have to actually go in as much as I wouldn't. That's why we don't have none because everybody feels like I do. Each and every one of us researchers knows where there's a grave site. Colorado Bigfoot. There's a few of Rio. We do. We know where there's. We all know where there's a burial grave of a Bigfoot. All we have to do is go up and move the rocks and dig it up and take the skull or femur bone or something, part of it, and take it in and get it analyzed, and there you go. There's, but yeah, I mean, it's expecting for them that nobody's doing it. But if it came down to it, one of us three could easily go out and dig that grave up and get proof if it came down to it. So it can be done. It can be proven. It can definitely be proven. They all look like what, daggers, and huge. Yeah, we seen one down by the cave. It was like 5 foot wide. He was standing on top of us. His shoulder was 4.5, 5 foot wide. I couldn't imagine how tall he was. He was looking down over us off a rock face down on us. He had long hair draped down over him. Do you think I should check this grave I have found? That's what I'm saying. We all found a grave at one time or another, but it's like the respect thing that keeps us from digging it up. I know if I go out and dig that grave up on film, I'm gonna get more than a little bit of criticism and moleculed and you know, so it comes down to that's why none of us went out there and dug it up, because we know the outcome of what would happen if we would go up there and dig up a grave. And the same with Colorado Bigfoot. He got a couple graves he can go up and dig up there if he wanted to, but it's more of a respect thing that we don't. It's better catching them running off or running us. Nah, that's see what I'm saying? That's why we don't. And we could. They're there. We filmed one with that. We don't. You wouldn't want that happen. That's why we don't. See the comments. Check the comments. And I mean, it's more of a respect thing. He's right. You wouldn't want somebody coming and digging you up and using you as a specimen. That's why it hasn't been done yet, because of that reason right there. But what can you do? I got it, girl. Yeah, thanks, Silas. Hey, thanks for coming, hanging out with us and BSing. That means a lot. We're going to be here every Friday, working on what we're going to be doing for the rest of that week. Every Friday at 7, you can check us out. Even if you did get the grade, the government knows. You're right. There's really no sense. So basically, stuck with what we're doing, going out there and hoping we can get a spark out of one of them. Basically, said to be. How do you think they're so quiet? I don't think they're as quiet as you think, because that white one that took off, he wasn't quiet about it at all. But if you notice, they have, like, outside of their corridors, they have twigs laying all around, where if we would come in, we're going to step on them twigs. But if you look on the corridors are completely cleared off. There's no twigs whatsoever. They keep them all piled up in the trees. They'll stand them up against the trees and make like a teepee around the trees with them. Their whole corridor cleaned out. So if they do have to take off and run through there, they're not stepping on nothing. If anything, you'll hear the leaves going away. But that's how they're getting away without stepping on the twigs, because it's already. I take it easy, but they got it already pre-planned, cleared out for the takeoff, so you don't hear all that stepping and the breaking of the sticks. For sure, David. Right. Well, we got to. That's the only way. That's the only way that we're ever going to learn. That's what I was telling you. We got to learn from each other. If everybody would sit down, all the researchers sit down and talk about, this is what happened out in the field with us today, and he tells us what happened with him in that field today. You can take all the information and come up with a plan to where we can get some great footage with these guys. So it takes us off. What is it? Gene. You mean the GoPro, the action cam? I've been playing with it. I got it here actually. I was going to go live with it. I was going to hook it up to the laptop because my main computer's, the volume's still garbage. I'm gonna have to put that in the shop. But we're going to take that out, and I'm gonna strap it up this weekend when we go up onto the third layer. I'm gonna use that action cam and film everything. We're gonna go through it. Rhonda, I'd love to have a sighting experience before I die. All you gotta do is go to the woods. Spend time in the woods. That's it. Hey, if you ain't no serial killer, you're welcome to come out with us anytime. But we gotta have a little video chat before we make any plans out there in the forest. I ain't trying to come up missing, but
the interview process from here on out. Gotta pass certain checkpoints.
Yeah, nowadays the cameras are a lot better, but they cost a lot more too. So later in life, I'm going to get a better one. It's just right now, if they want this much, and I'm down here at this much, but I will be up there to get one soon.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna forget you said that. And that.
So you heard from Dan Harold.
I bet you did. Urea 350, 360.
360.
Yeah, but it's confusing. The video is confusing. I seen a lot of video of 360 views, and it's just too confusing to watch. So what's the sense? You don't know what direction they're coming from because it's 360. It's actually, when it comes to Bigfoot, that's probably, I don't know, I'm not gonna try. It'd probably be good to leave that somewhere. Yeah, that might work, but to walk around with a 360 camera. Everybody be lost to what's going on. So it'd probably be best to stick with what we got for now. New kind of camera needs to be made. Yeah, I wish they would. They might have them. They're probably military grade. They probably do have them. It's just we ain't allowed to have them yet. I wish they would come up with something without sound or without even light. If you notice, as soon as most cameras, 99% of all cameras, as soon as you turn them on, it makes that like music to come on, that on music the phone makes when it comes on. They all make that sound. Every last one of them. Maybe that has something to do with it. I keep losing the life. I don't know. Nice wolf. The Bigfoot have blood red eyes, pointy ears. No Bigfoot I've ever seen, but got some crazy pictures from the second layer, last camp. Or no, that was last week with Dev. He got some crazy pointy eared creatures out of that video. I've never seen them things before. I don't know what they are. How can I get these photos to you? David Schultz, oh, you're on my messenger. Just send them on my messenger. I'll make a video. Pretty much what I do, if they look like something's there, I'll make a slideshow. I'll post it. Let everybody be the judge. On the buddy. I hope they don't see that. But and then the night, they flash or like, why does it keep doing that? The live chat keeps going off. Stay away from those places, people, unless 100%. There's no way to get prepared for something like that. We sit and plan every weekend. We'll sit, come up with a plan, and when we get out there, we just do the total opposite of what the hell we was even talking about. There's no way you can come up with a plan out there. You just have to just get up, go out there, and just do it. But I think your doggy has to go out. No, somebody knocking at the door. You know how dogs are. Once somebody knocks, but they want to be the first to answer the door. With trail cam, they know what trail cams are. You're not gonna get them with them. You might trick them with some food with them, but not like we wasn't. I got 5 or 6 deer cams, and they're garbage. They're a waste of time. Every animal that you see that you catch on a deer cam is looking directly at the deer cam before the picture's even taken. So there's some kind of frequency, some kind of sound emitting off of them for the animals to hear it. So if the animals hear it, for sure Sasquatch hear it. The new shotgun shells. If you take a shotgun out there, you're not going to get nowhere near them. You'll never get near them. They know. Believe me, they know when you're carrying and when you ain't. They know. They know when you got knives and when you don't. They know. You might think they don't know, but they know. Believe me, they know. I haven't seen him with my eyes, but I've seen pictures from my videos of him from the cave. It's without a doubt, just for sure, definitely the dog man down in that cave. I'm not saying that name, but thank you a lot. That means a lot. How you get away with having that name by chance? I can't even say that name. So you can get away with having that name. I appreciate that though. These more, there's more stairs than, yeah. You're getting too deep though. You're getting too deep. We ain't got enough night in the night to talk about that, or enough day in the day. We just ain't got enough time to talk about that. Hey, I ain't say it was sad. It's just something I can't say. But it's cool though. I definitely like it. Are you guys getting any offers from? We're trying to just do us. We're a team already. We don't need no outside factors meddling in. We did a couple times, and it's just
so you can get the weed running and slow down.
Right. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's one thing you're gonna learn about me is I don't really hold too much back. But there's a little fun fact that if you're out there in the forest and they smell it, that's I shit you not, we got more activity with the smell than ever before. Then nothing happens until they smell it. When they smell it, everything happens, and that's the honest to God's truth, no bullshit. When they smell it, they like the smell of it. The cabin, Carolyn Campbell, are you talking about his cabin, his baby mom's cabin? Oh, guys, I'm gonna show you that cabin that's out there. It's state game land. There's only one cabin out there. It's like on 1 acre in the middle of the state game land. And pretty much. And I shit you not, the smell, you'll get so much interaction of them. But that cabin, yeah, it used to be a school. That cabin, the windows got steel all the way around, sheets of steel all the way around it, about 1/8 inch thick. It's got steel doors on the front of it, and it's right dead in the middle of a Sasquatch habitat. Right dead in the middle, on all the way around. It's structured up the whole way around it. I'm gonna show that cabin, and I'll film that cabin, and then I'll have to shut it down and go to our normal spots. So you just don't. Thanks, Kathy. That means a lot. I guess getting past your bedtime is if that's what you're trying to say. But I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, we had a screen. It seemed like it was a mile or two away, but you could still feel the rumble in your chest. We was all sitting around the campfire, and it was the first time we used the deer cam. We went back to his baby mom's cabin, and we set the deer cams facing where it comes up in, and man, they screamed. One scream, and it lasted for like a minute. It seemed like a minute long, and you could hear it rattling in your chest. When they scream, it's not nice. The sound scares you. Cascade Bigfoot. If you go watch Cascade Bigfoot, my friend Mark has a lot of tricks with Bigfoot. Is that the one that uses the mirror, the camera in the mirror? That's some pretty tricky shit. And that worked. Where he faced the camera into the mirror, he leaned the mirror on the barn, then he faced the camera into the mirror on the barn, and he caught one stepping over that fence. If I was pretty sure that's him, that worked. That worked good using the mirrors. Jeff, I came with y'all looking for Bigfoot. I wouldn't need a light or anything. Yeah, you're gonna need a light, nice. Well, believe me, it's dark. It's dark. black dark. Underneath that canopy at nighttime, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already dark in there. And it don't usually get dark till 8:30, 9 o'clock in the summertime. Yeah, I might have to go back and check him out. He does got some good. He definitely. I seen some of his work. He got some good tricks. And the mirror, that camera in the mirror works. But it's where I gotta go is I travel miles to get to the spot I gotta go to, and there's no possible way I can get a mirror that size up in there. It's just that's out of the question. To me, on an island in South Carolina, it's green. Yeah, you'll never forget that scream. You can't describe it at all, but that's a scream that you'll never forget. Scary dog, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't believe in the dog man until that cave. I thought everybody full shit with this werewolf shit and the dog man running around. But after the cave, there's dog man. There's definitely dog man. Without a doubt, there's dog man. Without a doubt. James too, without a doubt. But for this weekend, you got any ideas? That's what we're here for. Any ideas on what you want us to try out for this weekend? That we ain't got to carry 100 pounds of equipment back up in there because that third layer, it's huge. It's huge. I'd like to just set a couple cameras down on the second layer, and before we even go up to the third layer, like I did that one time, to set it and just walk away. I'm gonna set the black one down on the second layer, and we're gonna go up to the third layer and explore for a couple hours and see what happens. But if you guys got any ideas you want us to try out while we're out there, we definitely will. Yeah, that channel is Higher Truth. The truth is spelled with a 7 RUTH. Definitely look him up. He got some crazy videos. I mean, he really constructed that video well and explains our situation with the cave. It explains our situation with the nuts, and it just explains where we are in general. It's a good video to check out. The bigger and brighter the moon is, the more activity. That's why I think you're right. The moon does have some. I think it's because they can see more through the night. They can see the silhouettes of the trees. If you notice all the structures, the X's, they always tear the bark off of them down to the white tree. At night, it seems like the white trees glow, and they can lead their way with the leans, with the X's. They can see them at night because it's white, and the rest of the trees are dark. That stands out, and that's how they're guiding through the night. But there were a lot of shapeshifters in your picture. I can't say there isn't shapeshifters. I can say that they have nothing to do with Bigfoot. But like I said, if you check out Higher Truth, he did a couple of videos. He did a video that he found the shapeshifter behind me, behind the tree. He slowed it down, took it frame by frame. It morphing behind the tree. It's changing the shape and going. He slowed it down. He did a great analysis of it. It's similar to something like Bigfoot Tony would do. Higher Truth did a good video on that. I think it's called Shapeshifter in the Woods. Check him out. He does got a couple good videos. He got a lot of proof of our woods too as well. So check him out. Instead of running around in the forest at night, you, Fred, and Mike need to stay inside. We do that, and that's when we get scared. That's when we never come back out of the tent because they start circling around our tent and making noises and bouncing shit, and then everybody's too scared to climb back out. Once we get in the tent, we're stuck in the tent. That's just how it is out there. You have to stay out in front of the tent, walk around, or Because as soon as you go inside the tent, they move in on you, and by then, from the sounds and the noises that they're doing, you're too petrified to go out and film. So that's where we are with that. That's why I said, if you want to come out and experience what the hell we experience, some of the nightmarish stuff that goes on through the night, we can't capture on film. You guys are more than welcome, because it gets crazy out there. It really does. Camp up there for a weekend. We brought them gifts this last time, and we're going to go check and see if they took. We left them apples, crackers, pretzels, water. We left them some stuff out there. Yeah, we considered spending the night on the third layer. We've been talking about it, and usually when we talk about it, sooner or later we do it. That's how every other overnight started. One of us would come up, hey, let's try this, and the next day we're off doing it. We did mention it earlier about camping up on that, just throwing the tent up on the third layer and see what happens. The only thing really holding me back, I'm not gonna lie to you, is them damn spiders. If I could find a way to repel them spiders away from me, I'll spend a week up there. But I'm not trying to spend the night with all the spiders up there. Dustin, I've been seeing that same. We're going to do that. Our next overnight, we're going to try to fish a string around the perimeter to see if we can get them to trip up on it. But then what? But once you get them to trip that, what do? Because once they usually get that close, that's too late. You're already inside the tent, and they're trying to get you to run out. And I don't know what they'll do once we run out. So we don't run out. But once you're inside the tent, they try to get you to run out of it. They'll throw sticks at it. They'll do this to the back of it. And they try to scare you to get you to run out. And I don't know why they want us to run out. I'm not trying to send no one out to find out. And no one will go out to find out. So flamethrower. Turn your lights out. Yeah, we did that. Mike starts crying. So we're going, every time we turn the lights out, Mike freaks. So we gotta have a light on, but we're going back without Mike. The lantern's on all night long with Mike. Mike don't sleep. When we're out in the woods, Mike went to sleep one time on all the overnights we ever went out there. He don't sleep out there. Yeah, that flamethrower worked, but where we're going to sleep once we burn the forest down. I don't know, guys, but like I said, these are crazy. You think they know you getting close to their cave? They know. Everything we do, they know. Like I said, they're tricksters, and they know we're there before we know we're there. I mean, they know. They really know. You're not tricking them. You got to play their game and hope they come out or slip up. But as long as they're playing with us, we're going to keep playing until one of them comes out or trusts us enough to come out. And the last couple of weeks, we've been getting close, more than a little bit. There's been so much activity these past 3 weeks. We can't stop. We just keep going up there. It's been crazy these past couple of weeks. I don't know what they're trying to tell us, if they're trying to just scare us off altogether or just playing tricks with us, because it seems like they'll take something and then they'll bring it back. They'll take something, they'll bring it back. They're playing tricks with us, so it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Gene, but what do you say? But you mount that new camera that.
You tree beside the tent.
Yeah. but it's dark. That's the only problem. I can watch what's going on that action cam. I can activate it through my phone and watch it, but it's pitch black dark out there. You got to unzipping the tent to shine the light out there. And nobody's doing that. I can't even get Fred to do that. I try to get Fred to reach outside the tent and grab the camera so he can film it. You grab that camera. I ain't going out there. Once you go inside the tent, you're stuck inside the tent because they move in on you and you can't. You're just too scared to get out the tent. You gotta stay out in front of the tent, or these 2 or 3 of us gotta stay out in front of the tent, walking around. Because as soon as we come inside the tent, they move in and you're not getting back out. That's what happened last weekend. They moved in on us. They took that garbage bag, bounced it off the tree. I was petrified. I didn't even think about coming outside the tent. But I did. I did one time when they kept doing it. They kept bouncing it off the tent, and I got irritated. So I hurried up and ran out and grabbed the camera and, all right, where Yin's at? And you can hear him walking off, cracking off. That's coming up on this next video on the rest of the night. It was after we went back to camp, after we left the 3rd layer. You guys didn't get to see that yet. It's coming up. It's uploaded now, guys. It's just my internet sucks. Everything about this shit sucks. But you'll get out of the tent with bug spray. Hey, I'm not Hey, if you can do that, but only one thing with that, you come with us and you say you're gonna run out of the tent. You gotta sign a waiver that you ain't holding us responsible for none of that shit. Hey, you're more than welcome to run out the tent. Film that shit while you can run. I'll be happy to let you use a camera while you're running out. But yeah. Hi guys, good to see you, Fred. Grace. Yeah, Fred's back in. He with us. He back. We the whole team back. We getting over everything. All the bad luck we've been going through. We getting through it. It's a whole new month. Jean said your mom wanted them lanterns outside of. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. They'll if you leave the light on outside, they'll never come up. They'll just keep throwing sticks at the tent from like 15, 20 feet out. As soon as you bring the light inside the tent, they move on you. They move quick. Within minutes, as soon as you zipping that up. Last week they was bouncing that. We didn't even get settled inside the tent, and they bounced the garbage bag off the tree. When I came out the next morning, the garbage bag's on tied. You'll see that coming up in the next video. There's no way no animal was going to garbage bag. It was tied twice. They sat and picked the knot out, untied it, and left the bag open, sitting right outside our tent. It just happened on this last. Fred got a girlfriend. No. Fred got fans. Let's put it that way. Encounter you tasted that's on your tongue. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I thought I screwed up. My first encounter, I started running after it. I didn't know what it was, and I heard it crashing up to the weeds, and I started running up the hill after it. At the top of the hill, it stopped and turned around and faced me, and that's when I had my first encounter. I thought it set me up. I felt like I just set myself up. I just set myself up for failure. Like it lured me up to the top to jack me up, but it let me back up. It let me back up away from it, and I followed these road logs down, and it let me leave. It never once tried to jump on me. It could have tore me apart, and it didn't. I've been hooked on them ever since. But Graham said, or David Schultz said, I wonder where you could find some two-way mirror glass to make a box out with.
Put a camera in it.
That's a good idea.
Mirrored around and
if we could get our hands on something like that, we'd probably be famous by now. A two-way mirror box with a camera inside. I would love to have something like that. I know without a doubt in my mind, I set something like that up on that third layer with them seeing themselves in the mirror. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, I'll definitely catch something with something like that. Gene said you need a screened-in tent. Yeah, but then I'm scared of that. I don't want to see when it comes up. I'll be honest with you, G. When I get in the tent and when they start doing that, I don't want to see them because I got the feeling they're trying to get us to run out the tent. And if I see them, I'm going to be scared and I'm going to try to run for my life and they're going to knock me upside the head. I don't want to see them. When I get in the tent, I'm done. They just, that's just the way it is here with these guys. Once you're inside that tent and as soon as you're zipping it up, you're done. You're not coming back out. You're not doing nothing. Even if you had a see-through tent, I don't even know if they would come up to it. I never tried that, but I don't want to see them when they get that close. They taking their fingers and pushing into the tent like this, right behind Mike's head. He started crying. He lost his mind when that happened. I was scared for him. I was freaking. I'm trying to turn the lights out. Mike's fighting me with the lantern, trying to turn it back on. It's frightening when you're inside that tent. We try to last as long as we can without even going to the tent, walking around as long as we can till 4 or 5 in the morning, and then we just fall out. As soon as we go in the tent, they surround us. But Gene said one of them tents you can see all the way around. It's just green. Yeah, I know, but I don't like I said, I don't.
Kind of going to say that. They kind of walk around like a backpack.
It's like my false sense of security. They can't see me and I can't see them, and it might be different if they know that we can see them. It might go a little bit different. I want to kind of keep it the way it is, and then maybe later I can have a plan. But when they do surround my tent, my tent will just light up and start filming or some shit.
That's whatever happens.
Yeah. Bob too. That's when I would light up. Hey, that's when they come. You light up and they come. Trust me, that's a fact. I would not just put that out there. The bullshit. We put it to the test 1,000 times, and 995 times something happened. Something happened every single time. No bullshit. They smell it. They come on. And not just the Bigfoot, the deer. Every wildlife likes that smell for some reason. It's a fact. The park I went at last week, I found a trail. I walked pretty good. 500 feet.
James. Nothing but Bigfoot poop to blow your mind out here.
Yeah, we found a couple bathroom spots that.
One picture looked like.
Hey, them logs like that, it looked like it hurt. Right. There's some big ones out there. We found a couple nice piles out there. Crap. It blow your mind. It make you wonder how did he do that? Crazy trail, nothing but Bigfoot poop. And you're probably within 100 feet of their den. If you're finding that much shit laying out, search that whole perimeter. Right. You keep going circle radiuses and get bigger and bigger until you see I'm sure you're close to something. I bring your AR-14 with 30. Hey, G, you bring enough. Yeah, hey, you guys, you and your wife, you guys help a lot. And without you guys, we wouldn't be still going the way we're going today. I mean, just this summer, my car, my quad blew up in like the same month. A lot of shit went downhill. Well, not just me, with Fred, with Mike. There's just it's been a bad summer, and you guys picked us up when we was at Williams a lot. You're the reason why we keep doing what we're doing. Believe that. But we say Dr. Dawson also was cocky too, right? Yeah, he was. He was a good dude. Man. He was. Robert Dawson was a good dude, good researcher. I learned a lot from him too. He did a lot of shit that I would never do, and he always come and say we do some crazy stuff, but he sat there with him and bullshit with him, like they're at the bar setting. He was a good guy when it came to research, and he knew what he was doing. He's a good man, believe that. But thanks, Grace. Safe. There's nothing safe about this, Grace. Hey, for what we do and how we do it, we're safe as we could possibly be. One thing I can say we lucked out on, we ain't run across no snakes. When it comes to inside when you're around Bigfoot structures, I've never seen a snake. Never. Once we're leaving, walking out, we'll see them on the road or out on the road, the dirt road. But when we're back in the woods where the structure's at, we never ever see nothing. Knock on wood, we never do. But there's zero snakes where Bigfoot is. I never see a bear either. Maybe that's what the barricades around the perimeter that we've been getting. I think that's more to keep the bear out than to keep the humans out. That's some fresh garlic to the gifting area. Yeah, you've been telling me I got some. I didn't get to bring it. I have some. I was going to bring it with the apples last week, but when they packed their lunch, the Bigfoot's lunch, they didn't put it in there. So, but I got it in this next batch going out. I do have some fresh garlic cloves. I'm gonna leave with some oranges and some apples. So yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the spiders, man. They do got a lot of spiders. I think I don't know why they got the spiders. They ain't trying to get rid of them. They got some kind of love-hate relationship going where they're protecting the lair while they're gone or what, but they definitely got spiders everywhere there. Why you said that? When we was on the third level and we went down in, when we dropped down in between them rocks, there was no spider webs. You notice that? There was not one spider web. When we was down inside on the third floor walking through that maze part of it, there was no spider webs. They was all cleared out. So something went ahead of us and cleared. If there was spider webs, they was already cleared out before we got there. That's saying that they're trafficking through there a lot. To have where the corridor passed through, there was no spider webs, but there were spiders like up in the structure, hanging down, dropping down on you. But down inside, I'll show you guys Sunday when we go. It's easier to show you than explain, but down inside at the rocks, there was no spider webs. Man, that spider really ain't no joke, James. And Rhonda, man, remember them crickets? We went down in that den part up there on the second layer where me and Fred climbed down in and went underneath. And on the ceiling, there was like, they looked like a cross between a cricket and a cockroach, but the whole ceiling was covered with millions of them. There wasn't even a part of the rock showing. It was just all bugs. I didn't notice it till I was already in the middle of them, and I looked up at them. They had these long antennas. They was touching the top of Fred's head. I freaked. I started running and screaming out through the rocks. I'll never go back down in there again. That place is bad. Man, it's scary. Hey, David, I don't know if we're brave or just stupid, but either way, we're gonna get the job done. We're gonna come up with something. We're either gonna come up with a couple Bigfoot pictures or ass whooping. We're gonna get something out of this deal because we keep pushing the envelope a little bit further every time we go out there. I know it's like we're getting more. I don't know if we're getting more looser with them or what, but I notice every time we go out, we push the envelope a little further. If we find the rock that we see the area the rock came from, instead of running away from it, we're usually going at it nowadays to where something start crashing up in front of us. Fred runs out this way, I go out around this way trying to block him up. We're just doing stupid shit that's probably going to end up getting them if we keep pushing the envelope the way we are, but at the same time, we ain't gonna never catch nothing if we don't push the envelope. So it's like there's a balance you gotta do. Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah, I like what Burger Farm, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Yeah, I learned that. Like I said, I learned from all the researchers. I watch everybody and I take a little bit of what everybody has to offer, and I make my own story up with it and run from there. And then that's how you get pretty much closer to them. You try a little bit what that person does, try a little bit what he does, and then try something like what he does. Throw it all together and make your own shit. And then, hey, you might get lucky. You don't know, but it's worth a try. Time? No, but we lose track of time a lot. Like, we see the clock, it's like 5 o'clock, and we'll go for a walk. And before we know it, it's already like 11:30. We just so fascinated at what we're seeing before we realize it's 5, 6 hours already passed, and we didn't even make it 100 yards where we started from. There's just so much stuff to look at, and just so much to take in, and you just can't take it all in one trip. I don't like the way they call them boogers down there, down in Tennessee, but that's like their defense to keep the kids safe. That's what they told the kids growing up. Get in the house before the lights come on, or the booger man gonna get you. That's was their way to keep their kids safe. And there's a lot of truth. There's just more truth than fiction in that. Believe me. That's just their name for them, pretty much. Frank. Thanks, Frank. That's the LBL. You mean the what are they called? BLM? Other clans. Yeah, they're definitely for the they're not signs for us. The X's and the leans, that's all for them. And everything means something different. I don't know what they mean. I'm like a professional and say that I do. But I know the leans, they'll lead you to water, they'll lead you to their den, their cave. They'll lead you to that are pretty much their cycle, their trails that they use. You can follow them for miles. But the other shit, I found like the Roman numeral 10, it'd be an X with clearly a Roman numeral, but it might mean something different to them and to the other Bigfoot. So I don't know really what the X's mean. I agree with you. Yeah, I'd say they're boundary markers for them that say this is my property, don't come past this X, or it's your ass type of shit. I think it's along them lines. Land between your legs is scary. Yeah, I'll never go there. There's just too many legends coming from that place. You're on your own on that one. Are a compass to them. They are. the X's and the leans. Rio, that I learned a lot from Rio. That's who I watched him follow the leans, and the X's. Every so many feet, you'll see a lean. As soon as you find that lean, a couple feet out, you'll see another lean. Go to that one, and until you get to the end of it, and I guarantee you're gonna come across food, water, or shelter. One of them three. Sooner or later, you're gonna get lucky if you just keep following their leans and their structures. It's forbidden. Don't go there. Respect. Yeah, I agree with you, James. So if I ever wanted to come there, how do I contact you? You can come over to Facebook. Just look me up, Into the Woods with Jeffrey Friend on Facebook, and we go set something up from there. I'll see your name and I'll remember you. We'll talk about it then. But hey, like I said, as long as you ain't crazy and you're down to earth like us and you want to go out and experience what we experience, guys, you're more than welcome. We ain't got nothing to hide. We'll show you what we see, experience. We'll experience it together, pretty much. Hey, yeah, y'all welcome, believe me. Rhonda said, no, that's a bomb too. It's forbidden, just another term for them to go. Right? You're so right, James. Yeah, you're right. Bombshell. Bomb to James. I keep seeing the same, like James and your name back to back. Hey, bomb two, when you're ready, we can get it. Right, big football. But you guys get a trial while we're out there this weekend? Other than the regular routine, we're definitely going through that third layer. We're going to pick it with a fine tooth comb this weekend. Tomorrow morning, we're going to hit that. We're going to go out there and check that out bright and early. If not tomorrow morning, definitely Sunday morning. I don't really like to give out which day we're giving out, which day we're going for obvious reasons. But one of them days we're going to be going. Okay, is Indian name word for the word to make them go away? I heard. All right. I heard this is just something I heard. All right. Um, there was a family on a farm that was plagued with Bigfoot, and they would every time the man would go to work, that they would come in and harass the woman. There's two girls and an older woman, and they would harass her. Well, the older woman would make the girls put perfume on, and she thought that would protect the girls because the Bigfoot hate the smell of perfume, and that's how they kept themselves protected. They would use perfume, spray themselves with perfume, and the Bigfoot would stay away from them. It's like there was a total turn off to them for some reason. But perfume works; it keeps them away. If you have if they come to your house and harass you, spray perfume around the perimeter. It's like skunk piss to them. They'll stay away. Woodburger Farm use some Indian phrases that he gets results from sometimes. Yeah, but that's not I'm experienced with. I don't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know what to go out and say, so I'm better off just saying nothing at all. Bomb two. Bigfoot's nothing to play with. People, especially travelers. See, I can't say they're violent, and I can't say that they aren't. Just like the black bear, I can't say they're violent, but I can't say they ain't. It depends on the circumstances and what you're dealing with. You walk up on a black bear and two cubs, and its mom up, but chances are that black bear gonna run away from you, just like the Bigfoot. Chances are he gonna get up and run away from you. But there are some cases where things are different. So either way, I can't say whether you know what I mean? If you can mess with them or if you can't. I think game cams work best to keep them away from areas you don't want them in. You're right. That's another defense to keep them off. Or if things get too scary, just turn the camera on. They'll back off. If they get too close and start that bluff charging shit, turn your camera on and they back off you. Or they'll stop. They won't fully stop. That camera is your best defense, believe me. Don't play with the face eaters, Bigfoot. It's not the red ones. Out of all the videos, I watched millions and millions of videos. Out of all the videos I've ever seen, it was in any attack that ever almost took place, it was always the red one. Just like the grizzly bear. There maybe is a little connection with the red, but it seemed like the red ones are more agitated than the darker color ones, and the ones with no hair on their face. Them ones too. They can carry their babies on their back like they do. They hang on to them. We've seen them with the babies. Me and Fred filmed her mom with the baby, and when he zoomed in over top of it. He couldn't find it again. He zoomed right in, had a perfect shot of a mom and a baby sitting on the other side of a log, and he just couldn't find it again after he zoomed in. But Ron just said motion detection lights is supposed to keep them from the house. I don't think they do. Once it hits a certain time at night, they know you guys are sleeping. That motion light don't matter. Do you think all these missing people are, like I said, I can't even say they're coming up missing, because you can't come up with no articles to say that there's been missing cases. I know he's been working on, I know what you're talking about, and I've seen the videos, and there's been a lot of cases saying that he found a lot of cases saying that there's missing people, but there's nothing, I haven't never seen nothing to say that it was the Bigfoot. Not when there's a lot more evidence pointing other directions that I can't touch base on. But I don't think it's the Bigfoot. I can't say that it is, and I can't say that it ain't, but who knows? What's Fred? He have a channel of seeing this. I think he missing people. He living with them. What?
Mm-hmm. That was on this channel. Talking about the channel with the baby.
Oh no, that was on this channel.
It might have been on the old channel. It was.
With the maze channel, but the pictures are on my Facebook page, Into the Woods with Jeff. The pictures are still there. The video was on the last video. Last channel. The video was on the last channel, but the pictures are on my Facebook page, Into the Woods with Jeff. You want to go over there and check that out. Well, guys, it's been like 2.5 hours. You guys, before we sign off, any last words you guys want to try anything? You want us to try anything while we're out there?
Check out the Higher Truth.
Definitely check out Higher Truth. Check out that video. I'm going to check them out.
When we look at the video, see exactly what it's called.
It's Cave Camping Gone Wrong Voices. But once you look up Higher Truth, he's got a couple of videos that you guys can look at. The shapeshifter that he caught in our woods, and the one he just released with our situation going on, he did a great clip on that. Do you trust that I have a feeling they are cannibalistic, very bad vibes? Definitely meat eaters. 100% without a doubt. They are definitely, they, they just like us. They, not just like us, but they meat, vegetables, poultry. They're the scavengers. I seen deer heads with the jaw twisted up and back here, like snapped off and set back on the back of their neck. To do that, I don't even want to think of the force they would take to do something like that. But they definitely are meat eaters, without a doubt. They eat meat. Do you believe that there are more Bigfoot today than ever? Than ever. 10 years ago, I never seen those signs like this. You pick any wood, any direction you want to go in this area, just pick a direction, and I'll take you, and we'll have some kind of something going on. Whether it's leans, X's, bends, you'll find something going on there. Thanks, Dustin. That means a lot. All right, guys. Wait, like I said, we're gonna start doing this every Friday around 7 o'clock. We're gonna start doing this throughout the week. You'll see our videos of us being out in the field and what we did, and then on Fridays at 7, we're gonna come on live and discuss what happened throughout the week, what we experienced, what you guys watched. Just get to know one another pretty much. Did you do any research on them real long see-through gloves? No, there's a second pair of gloves that we found out there and around about the same area, and it's nowhere near hunting season. So then the gloves that come all the way up, they're like vet or that the farmers use to stick up into the cows. They're like them kind of gloves, and they're right in the Bigfoot area. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open and see what happens. But the first pair was covered in blood. The second pair was pretty much clean, but they're both was stuck under logs. Get a team name and make some t-shirts later in life. Right now, we're just having fun going out to the woods and sharing what we got with you guys. But I hate to cut it short, guys, but we've been on here for like two hours and a half. I love spending the night with you, but it's getting late. We're trying to get up there in the morning early to explore that third layer, see what's up there. Thanks, Shane. I ain't even gonna say thanks. That's just a nice way of saying I'll see you later. But James Spoon, Link, Rhonda, thanks for joining. All you guys, I appreciate you guys coming over, hanging out with us. David, Food Bomb 2, all you guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully you're there with us next Friday at 7. But until then, guys, you stay tuned and have a good one.